Hey health heroes, welcome back to Adamimmune, the channel all about helping you improve your autoimmune health naturally. And today I kind of just want to talk about something, ramble, about reintroductions. Honestly, I just want to come out and say it. I think we all kind of feel the same way about them, or at least that's kind of what I get, from the community. I hear this a lot too. I am scared to reintroduce foods on the AIP diet, the Autoimmune Protocol, or Autoimmune Paleo. Really, this goes for anybody doing an elimination protocol, or an elimination diet, or, on a restrictive diet, and you've cut out a bunch of foods and you're thinking, well, what should I add back in? When should I add it? What foods are most important to do that with? And honestly, I just feel kind of stuck with that. And now, I've done reintroductions. I've gone through that phase, and I know well, for the most part, let's say 80%. Let's leave a little 20%, right? Because, I'll talk about this other thing in a minute. But I just feel like I don't know what's next. And I feel like I'm tripped up basically because I just don't want to experience any symptoms. I like being in remission, like, a lot, and I don't want to take any risk right now. Now I kind of go through phases of feeling like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try this. I'm feeling really brave. I want to try new food, and then other times I'm like, no. We did that before, and that didn't go so well. I'm good. Like, I'm good. My life is good. I don't need that much, right? I don't need that food. That's not gonna add value to my life. But with certain foods, it really would add value, right? Like, I think that there are some nutrient-dense foods that we should try to add back into our diet, and some that we shouldn't, right? Mostly shouldn't. Honestly, I don't really crave foods anymore, the foods that I cut out and all those foods. But there are a couple things that I'm thinking like, hey, yeah, that would help me get, my calories in, it would help me get my fats in, it would help me, get more nutrients into my diet, just overall make my diet easier to do. Now, my diet is fairly easy now that I've kind of figured it out, and I have a lot of life hacks, and that's why I started this channel, to help people guide them through the AIP, but there's always something we could be doing more, right? I'm going to be learning my entire life. Anyway, okay, so I got to this point because I was shopping on wellness meats, U.S. wellness meats earlier today, and I bought some stuff. I'm going to do a video about that soon, whenever that package arrives. It'll be like an online haul. Anyway, I don't want to get into that right now, but I was looking on there, and they had some like raw cheeses, right? Grass-fed, nutrient-dense, raw cheeses. They had some butter and things like that. And, I got to thinking, like, should I be adding this into my diet, A lot of people are able to add grass-fed, raw diet back in, and I've even heard, this is anecdotal evidence, this is just all hearsay, but a lot of people have said, like, that was like the catalyst for their healing, like adding grass-fed raw, especially raw, because of the enzymes. When you pasteurize dairy, you basically kill all the bad bacteria, but you also kill the good bacteria, and those bacteria might be like, I'm not saying it's the silver bullet. I don't believe in, like, superfoods in that way, like it's the silver bullet to your healing, but it might be beneficial overall. We know for a fact that there are some certain strains of bacteria that are beneficial to our gut microbiome, and that will be very helpful. Now, I'm doing great, okay? I don't need this in my diet, which is why I'm between a rock and a hard place. I don't know what to do about it. Should I add it in? Yeah, it would be great to have, like, cheese again, sure. I mean, it tastes great. Who doesn't like cheese, right? But is it worth it? Do the benefits outweigh the risk? And I'm thinking, I'm not really sure. I haven't come to an answer. So I don't know. Leave in the comments what you think. There are some good nutrients. There are some great macros that I would like to take advantage with those foods. Grass-fed, raw butter, and cheese especially. I seen they had Colby cheese, and I'm like, yeah, that used to be my favorite, like Colby Jack or whatever. Anyway, but this is the all-natural. They even have like farmer's cheese, which I'm not even sure what that was, but it was speaking to me. It was something I'd like to try. And they also had cheddar too, if you're into the traditional flavors, which I am. I like the sharper cheddars that had that bite to them, right? I wasn't a mild guy. I liked crazy flavors and smelly cheeses too. I like the blue cheese and all that other stuff. I like trying new cheese. I kind of used to think of myself as a foodie and like a food connoisseur, and I would try different. Anyway, that's a whole lifetime ago, right? We're kind of beyond that, but the idea that I would have this again, it is exciting to me. I'm not even sure what I would do with it. I just kind of visualize myself like eating like a piece of cheese at the end of the day. I'm like, hey, good job. Here's a little piece of cheese. I don't know. I don't need a treat like that. I do other things. But, you know, again, nutrients are important to me. And I'm thinking, oh, honestly, paleo is not, okay, here's my other thought. Dairy isn't paleo at all, okay? But I'm still thinking like, I'm not a purist, okay? I do what I think is best for me, and I don't just go off of what ancestors did. But honestly, I'm thinking like it makes sense that our ancestors would have drank dairy and they would have, you know, procured all these other products. I mean, they're so easy to make. You know, how could you can almost accidentally stumble upon it any way you go looking through our history of humankind. So I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Right now, I was like this close to ordering some stuff and reintroing this summer because I'm going to have some time off, and I'm thinking, well, if I'm going to be sick, might as well do it during the summer, right? And show you guys. Mainly, I would just do it so I can show you guys if it's possible. But right now, I'm at the point, I mean, right now, I'm not ordering it, so I'm going to wait. But if a lot of people like flooded and tell me, hey, you know, you should definitely try that. I did it successfully and made it a successful staple in my diet. But I would really especially like to hear from people that were really sensitive to foods, especially dairy, and were able to find remission and add those foods back in and stay in remission. And not only that, but benefit your diet as well. So, but I want to hear from anybody. I want to hear, because everybody's opinion is valuable to me. So let me know that. But yeah, when it comes to reintros in general, I'm just terrified, you know. I did the same thing with nuts. I told the story about how I added almonds in, and that was unsuccessful and horrible. Pretty much any nuts. I'm not sure if it's the omega ratio or whatever. I could experiment with that, but overall, it hasn't gone well for me. The only things that I've been able to reintro is black pepper, and I never cut that out. That isn't a nightshade, by the way. That is a dried berry, technically a peppercorn, whatever. So anyway, I never cut that out, and I've been fine. I'm in remission. So, but I don't use it all the time either. So I don't know. But also, I've been able to have pasture-raised eggs that I get locally. I think I have mentioned that a couple times, but I don't eat those every single day. Sometimes I go a period where I eat them like every one a day or something like that. But you know, that isn't a thing that I do every day anymore. But I don't feel sick eating those. I don't have any symptoms, no digestive issues, so I know that's okay for me. But sometimes, again, like we've talked about in the past, limiting a food versus completely eliminating is a factor for a lot of people. So, you know, with foods like histamines and FODMAPs, you know, some certain foods with certain sugars or protein, you may have to limit those. It's not all about just completely, you know, cutting it out of your diet. You gotta figure out, is this food worth it, right? Do you think there's going to be added benefits to this food versus the risk? And are there going to be negative benefits from eating these foods in the long run? Because I'm all about that long term, and that's really all I care about. I want to have good long-term health for as long as I can. So yeah, let me know what you think about this. I really am curious. Thank you so much for watching this, and just kind of, you know, staying with the channel. I really appreciate it. Also, let me give it a shout out to all my patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much for supporting me. The link to that is always in the description below. I hate shouting it out. I feel terrible about that, but honestly, it really does help me out. It does support this channel. You know, all these videos are going to always be free. So if you can help me out there, I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.